We're back. We've got our second talking point of the day presented by Trident Hydro Clean. In the first segment, we broke down the offensive depth chart. In this segment, we're going to break down the defense and special teams. Defensive line is where we're going to start. Solid across the board. It sucks that we lost Dejon Terry, but the problem with the defensive line here is the rotation. Coach Gardner likes to rotate 10 to 12 guys consistently, and I mean he has to because of our offense. When you score in 45 seconds, you've got to be able to play a lot of people on the defensive line. So that makes it really tough for me. It's not that we're not super talented. It's not that we don't have really good players. It's just, how deep are we really? Omari Thomas, Bryson Eason, Omar Norman Lott to transfer. Elijah Simmons, man, it's time for Elijah Simmons to step up. I like the dude, but it's time. You've got Amari McNeil. He looks good. Keep an eye on the true freshman, Davion Hobbs. Everybody's fired up about Davion Hobbs. At defensive ends, we're looking at Tyler Barron. Pretty solid career so far with Tennessee. Do need more consistency out of him. Dominic Bailey, Tyree West had great springs. Roman Harrison, he's primed at the Leo spot, been there forever. Then you've got James Pierce. You've got Joshua Josephs. Both had great freshman seasons. And you got true freshman Caleb Herring, another top, touted recruit, number one player out of the state of Tennessee. He's going to make a big bang. And for me, it's just all about depth. So, how deep does Coach Gardner have to go?
I hope we're very well conditioned. Because you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Offense scores in 45 seconds. They got to be ready to go.
Right.
But I think we're ranked 11th in the nation right now for defensive line this coming season. So we definitely got the players there.
Right. Little young, but, I mean, the players are there.
I do think that they will bring it in the big-time games when we need them the most. I think they're going to step up and perform.
I think, too, if our secondary is better and we're not having to the defensive line the last two have had a lot of pressure on them because basically if we're not getting pressure on the quarterback, they're going to be completing passes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's obviously a big talking point as well.
Yeah, like you said last year, you got to go back with when other teams got going and we got wore out real quick.
Yeah,
it was like they just move it down the field.
Right.
We got to be able to stop them.
They got to be able to stop some guys because I get our offense scores quick, and it's a blessing and a curse. It's a two-sided mirror. But defense, you got to stop some guys. You do, and defensive line, you can't let the quarterback have more than 2 to 3 seconds. You got to get him. You got to get him.
I'm gonna give the defensive line a B- overall. That's just because.
Oh yeah.
That's just because of depth. Not talent. Just how how much talent do we have when we're at the 10th or 12th guy.
And I'll give them a B- too, just because I forgot to give them a B or an A or whatever.
You're fine.
I'm gonna give him a C+. First day of the night. We gotta get until you can prove that we can get off the field. D-line, you're the first guys up there. We gotta make tackles.
I'll actually switch. I'll go with you. Just like I said with the offensive line, got to be able to prove what we got first.
No, that's an out right there.
All right, so the defensive line is average, according to Spanky and Corbin, and I've got them at a B-. Linebackers, Aaron Beasley may be the biggest or best transition I've ever seen in my lifetime for a Tennessee linebacker. This guy has he's brought it, man. He's worked, he's developed. I mean, he's got the potential, in my opinion, to be the best linebacker in the SEC. Elijah Herring, he had a great freshman year, and this dude has put on some serious size. I look for Herring to be rocking some heads come September. And then you've got Arion Carter. He's been taking snaps with the first team since day one. True freshman, amazing talent. I like Caleb Perry a lot at linebacker. I like true freshman Jeremiah Thielander. He's very underrated. Jalen Smith. You've got the veteran Garland. We are absolutely loaded at linebacker. But we're very young. And for us being very young at linebacker, I'm going to go with a B.
B. Okay.
Aaron Beasley, really good playmaker. He's going to be a beast this year. Really good in pass coverage too. But what about Keenan Peely, the transfer from BYU?
Yeah, he's gonna have to step in and and replace the Jeremy Banks and the Juwan Mitchell.
I don't watch much BYU football, so I don't know. Sorry to all the BYU fans out there.
I doubt any of them are listening to us.
No.
But he was good at BYU. He was very good. We kind of mentioned him in our start bench cut, but I think he was like a 2 or 3 time captain, leading tackler. I mean, he's very, very good.
Do BYU fans have computers anyway?
I'm not sure if Mormons are allowed to.
I don't know.
To have that.
Are they like the Amish or something?
I'm not sure. I'm not looked too much into them. So what kind of grade you giving them, Corbin?
I'm going to give them a B+, just from what you said. You named it all off, and I got a lot of confidence in them this year. We'll just see what they got.
Spanky?
Replacing guys like Banks and the other linebackers we lost, it's going to be tough to replace all that. I'm going to go with a B-.
Okay.
B-.
Then at defensive back, like I said earlier, we return literally everyone at defensive back besides safety Trayvon Flowers. We're deep, man. We are extremely deep at defensive back. We're not going to have any more walk-ons, playing against Alabama. And nothing against the walk-ons. They obviously got the job done. But we need the depth so bad in the secondary, and we've got it now. You add in that Gabe Judy Lolly, you've got Deshaun Rucker coming back. Warren Burrell, he got hurt against Pitt last year and was probably honestly our best cornerback last year, and he got hurt just immediately. Kamal Haddon, beside South Carolina, looked really, really good. Brandon Turnage, Christian Harrison, and then you got the freshman Christian Conyer, Ricky Gibson, and then Jordan Matthews. We're just absolutely loaded at defensive back. Then like at the star positions and stuff, you've got Tamarian McDonald, Wesley Walker, Andre Turrentine. At safety, you've got Danico Slaughter, he's back. Jordan Thomas, he's back. Cam Miller is a big-time player. John Slaughter, true freshman. And then you've got the leader, the tank, Jalen McCullough, he's coming back. Christian Charles, Jordan Matthews. You've got Jack White Lightning and Latrell. So defensive backs, man, we are absolutely loaded at that position.
We are loaded at the position. What's going to be, though, is we're going to have to defend against Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and these are going to be some tough quarterbacks to defend against. Well, I wouldn't throw Florida in there, but even though Florida's still Florida. When they play us, it's going to be like a whole new season for them, just because it's Tennessee versus Florida. But it's definitely going to step up with a lot of big games this year, and got some good competition to play against.
Spanky,
like I said, DBs they worried me the most, and like was talked about with everybody else here. Yeah, there was a bunch of walk-ons last year, and we get them all back this year. I want them to do good. I really do. We just got to prove. I'm gonna go with a B- for them.
I'm going with a C for the defensive backs. Just like we're deep, but at the same time we're super. Let me ask this about the defensive backs. We've got a ton of veterans, a ton of freshmen. All right, and the freshmen are good. It's not. We pretty much handpicked them. It's not like that we just, got leftovers or something. If you get bad results, either way, do you say fuck it and do you just go young and just just let them play, or do you stick with the veterans?
I always have. This is my philosophy. If you have a young player who's at the same level as an older player, you start and you play that young player night and day because it helps you in the long run. It really does.
I agree with Spanky. I mean, whoever's playing the best, you got to play. Whether you're young, a veteran, it doesn't matter. You're going to have results at that very time.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I mean, I don't think it's going to get to that point. I just wanted to, it was just kind of a random question to ask. But next, we've got special teams. Position groups at Tennessee media, really not talking about that much, but you lose your punter, Paxton Brooks. Didn't really see him much because in this offense, it's a sin to punt. But Paxton was solid when he was on the field. So you're replacing Paxton Brooks with Jackson Ross. Jackson Ross comes from Australia. So if I was guessing, he's going to be very, very good kicking a football.
Got that soccer inning.
That soccer, yeah. And then hopefully we don't see him any ever. And then you've got Chase McGrath, obviously, getting replaced. Great career here at Tennessee. We brought in Charles Campbell, a transfer from Indiana. He's actually originally from Jackson, Tennessee. He was he was a Mr. Football finalist in the state of Tennessee.
That's impressive for a kicker.
76% field goal rate at Indiana. He was 100% on PATs, and he's 5 of 7 beyond 50 yards. So I think we'll be okay there. Replacing Chase McGrath, long snapping. You've got Matthew Solansky. He's been here for a while now, so we're fine. Punt returner D. Williams. He's been highlighted by multiple outlets for being the best returner in the country this coming season. Then you've got Squirrel White returning, kicks as well. We all know what Squirrel can do. I'm confident in Coach Eckler and his special teams. I think we're going to be all right.
I think we will too. We got Charles Campbell from Indiana. I already know who he is because I remember watching him play a few games last year.
Oh, okay.
And he can kick beyond 50 yards. Okay. I will say that. I want to say he holds either a Big Ten record or come close to a Big Ten. I know he's got the Outback record, Bowl record. He set it last year for like the longest Outback Bowl kick in history or something like 54 yards or something. I will say, D. Williams, punt returner.
Yeah, he's electric, man.
He is got 15 punt returns last year for an average of 18 yards.
The Vanderbilt was good too, where he acted like he was hurt, and then
is that when he celebrated?
Yeah, when he done that little dance.
He
shimmy.
He's very quick and can find the hole on the field. I'm going to give special teams an A.
An A.
Just because I know that Indiana kicker, and like you said, he's perfect on PATs, and
yeah.
He's played in some high hostile environments up there. So I got some pretty good confidence in him.
I want to give them a minus. They had a transfer punter lead the program this offseason, Kobe Morgan from Oneida. Got to play a little bit the past couple years, but he's actually committed to Marshall. But no, I think Coach Eckler, he'll have his guys rocking and rolling, have their mindset. See, that's the one thing about special teams. It's majority of it's mindset with the punters and kickers and everything. Like, yeah, you got to be able to kick it, but then you got to have your head on straight. And I think Coach Eckler will have his guys' head on straight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a B+ for special teams. Super important. I mean, General Neyland's maxim: here where the breaks are made. So I mean, it's a lot of people will kind of overlook it, but man, I mean, how many games are won and lost there? But that's our second talking point, and we thank Trident Hydro Clean very much for sponsoring that segment, and we'll be right back. We've got the duel coming up next. Trident Hydro Clean. your exterior home cleaning professionals, house, roof, driveway, concrete, gutters, and much more. Trident Hydro Clean, 865-363-8815. They've been in business for 5 years, and they have a 5-star Google rating and a 5-star Facebook rating. Call Jacob today. Give your house, driveway, and or patio the care it deserves. 100% satisfaction guarantee. See the difference between a professional and amateur cleaning. That's 865-363-8815.